Stay with me, man. Stay.
Yeah, this looks bad. You're probably wondering how I ended up here. They said it couldn't survive a crash. They said it wouldn't survive a river. They were wrong. Okay, maybe they were right, but here's what happened. But before we dive into the chaos, I just want to say thank you for watching. You might not realize it, but you make a huge difference to a small creator like me. Even just a few minutes of your time helps way more than you think. But here's the wild part. Over 80% of people who watch my videos haven't subscribed yet. So if you're enjoying the madness, if you're vibing with the story, or if you just feel a little sorry for me right now, do me a solid, smash that subscribe button. It's free, it takes a second, and it brings me one step closer to turning this dream into something real. Now back to me crying. Mourning. So I went for a quick flight at the park the other day, nothing special, just a little flight to cure the boredom while I waited for a food order. And this was the catalyst for the bad luck I received from here on out. Now the wind, it wasn't exactly wild, but it wasn't chill either. It had that hold on to your props kind of vibe, just enough to let me know I'd be fighting the sticks a little. The horizon was tilting slightly in my goggles, classic sign that Mother Nature wanted to dance, but I flew anyway. I gave the church spire a nice clean orbit, just a little thumb yoga to loosen up the nerves, and that's when it happened. Right as I peeled away, the skies had other plans. Now, as you can see on this footage, I am here sitting on this bench, and for no reason whatsoever I lost signal completely. I mean to say that she just cut signal feed completely. Now my drone is set to hover, and not to return home when loss of signal occurs. So my first instinct was to look up to its last known position, which I did, only to be left confused, as there was no drone hovering. A feeling of dread ran through me as a young man who was fishing in the same spot moved his head into frame and calls out, informing me that my drone just crash landed at the far side of the river, right about here. Now the river is running high and quite fast, just at the cusp of a small waterfall. They say water and drones don't mix. They say when a machine falls into a river, it's gone. But sometimes you don't listen to what they say, you just dive in. So without hesitation, I braved the cold water, wading out like Samwise Gamgee, up to my neck, not willing to leave his companion behind. The current was fast, the water was cold, but somewhere beneath the surface, I felt her brush my feet, and I knew it was her. I get her home, throw her in rice like it's 2010, and I drop my Nokia, and 24 hours later, she wakes up, beeping, lights, props spinning. It was like a miracle scene from a sci-fi film. Top tip, guys, maybe leave the battery in when drying out with this method, as I was left digging out grains of rice for hours after, as they end up getting in everywhere, as you can hear. So I give her a little pre-flight just to blow out any residue and just to loosen her up after her ordeal. So now I'm buzzing. I head out to the mountains with a fresh fire in my belly and think, let's get some epic shots. And that's just what I did for about 3 minutes. Until this happened. I can't really explain it. It was like she just lost a bit of direction and went head first into this tree here. I tried my best to emergency stop and swerve, but I was too late. She already took the blow.
Stay with me, man. Stay with me. Don't go, man. No, stay with me, man. Stay.
This is where our beloved Avatar's journey ends, not in fire, but in splintered wood and dust. The sun sets on our tale of resilience. The Avatar too may lie in fragments, but its legacy soars onward. Like the fabled phoenix of old, one might think it would rise again, but alas, even mechanical wonders have final limitations. But hey, you know what we do after a crash, right? We gear up again. So yeah, I'm up to buy a new one. Round 2, baby, let's go. And that, my friends, is how you completely disrespect gravity, get humbled by a river, karate chop a tree with your drone, and still walk away like it was all part of the plan. But if there's one thing I've learned, it's that the story doesn't end with a crash, it starts with the comeback. If this gave you a laugh, a tear, or a flashback to your own drone disasters, do me a solid, like the video, hit that subscribe button, and comment below with your biggest drone fail. Bonus points if it involves wildlife, water, or your mother-in-law. Trust me, I'll read them while I'm drying my next drone in a bag of rice. I've got more drones, more terrible ideas, and zero fear, so stick around. It only gets worse from here. Thank you so much for watching. You guys have been epic, and I hope to see you in the next one.